Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact. Yeah! Impact Talk for Impact fans. Right here on the YouTube and the Twitch. And wherever you get your podcast audio worldwide. To my left, your right. Joining me tonight, Bill. How you doing, man?
Doing good, J-Bone. How you doing?
Oh, I got those LA Knight, or excuse me, what was he called in TNA?
Lie Drake. Come on, J-Bone.
Lie Drake.
Dummy.
Vibes. Dummy. Yeah.
Come on, J-Bone. Or should we talk about Joker Sting? I hear he's the flavor of the month.
Is he being silly again?
Oh, he's Joker Sting.
I haven't watched Dynamite or Collision or any of those in a while. I'm really behind.
You're not the only one, J-Bone.
I'm yeah. Well, my whole Smash This podcast is a little, 2-3 months behind at this point. Well,
you'll get right on that.
Let's start out. Oh my goodness, we got a few.
Tipperooskies.
Yeah, we got some tips here. We want to acknowledge super chats from Punk Tracy. Thank you. Tosses the toothpick. I duck.
No, coach clip.
Yes.
And adios.
And also from Bell's boy, the 20 spot. Ooh. Love you, bro.
He loves giving us the news.
Yes, he does. Hit it, Bill.
Greetings, y'all. Well, Julia's coming to America. Lacey's no longer in the E. The Jeff Hardy versus Jared match was a massacre for the eyes, and a bad tropical storm is headed for SoCal. Other than that, oh well. Happy face. Smiling.
That covers the entire Northern Hemisphere. As it were.
And we thank you. And I think we got to give a little bit of the coach, because we've been missing the coach.
Impact Wrestling!
Thank you, coach. And
we can't forget. Yeah, Ray Line with the bits.
Ray Line with the bits every week, man. He's one of our most consistent tippers, man. Big or small, doesn't matter. We love you. Thank you. Hey, better late than never. She's here, the one, the only. Alicia.
Hi.
Hello. Hi.
How's it going?
It's going.
Wonderful.
A lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff.
Agreed.
Glad you could join us.
Thank you. What you guys talking about?
Over all the tips and the bits. All the tips and the bits from the TNI fan.
Bits. But would you like to, and you don't have to divulge too many personal things, but I saw some pictures.
Yes.
I saw some pictures on the social media of Alicia. You went on a little camping trip. How did that go?
It's good. Me and a group of friends, and it varies every year. It's never really the same people, but we go to Berryville, New York, to go camping and river rafting.
Nice.
So it's a fun little weekend with no cell phone service, no connection to the outside world, and it's good times.
Nice.
Where we got robbed by raccoons too, so that was interesting.
Raccoons!
Yep, wily little shits.
Did you hit them with the DDT?
I did no. They came and went in the night like a bunch of thieving, small hand having bastards.
With their little masks on.
Little bandits, little small hand having bandits.
We need the Johnny Swinger.
The little ninjas.
They stole a whole bag of hot dog buns, and then they opened a bag or an unopened box of graham crackers and stole one full one. Got into the tortillas, the hamburgers, and the hamburger buns, and the marshmallows, but only sampled some of that and knocked a bunch of stuff over.
So it's from the sound of everything, it sounded like there were burgers, dogs, and s'mores on the menu.
Oh, always. You got to have good eatings on the camping trip when you're cooking over the fire.
Oh, yeah.
So you put in the hot dog on the stick and putting it over the fire?
Fuck yeah.
Same with the burger? Or no?
No. That you need either a pan for, or one of the friends has a little
the burger would fall apart.
portable cooking. Well, no, yeah, you need something, and then or people bring electric or propane oven tops,
little propane grills,
little camping cooker type things. Yeah. So we had coffee. It was a good time.
They didn't steal the coffee.
They did not, thank goodness, because they would have been a nightmare for every camper there.
Right.
I slept great, though. I mean, despite the allergies, I slept like $1,000,000, even with our neighbors blasting music till like 5 in the morning.
Ooh, that sounds like a party.
It's very soothing.
It's fresh air, and it's also de-stressing is what it is. That makes the whole
de-stressing.
Your whole zen just comes down, when you're
bring it down a notch.
Yeah.
I really dig nature. I don't like so I'm
as
all
long
for
as it doesn't become Deliverance.
Dear God.
Oh yeah, no, we're not that deep in the sticks.
Ding, 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 ding.
Although I do want to give a shout out because he wasn't able to be here live last time, but Dr. Gerbs, I believe, gave us a very nice tip last Thursday.
He did, thank you.
So sorry you lost someone. So I do want to give you, especially since you gave that tip last week, this requested soundbite.
We got this guy again.
There you go. And I do want to acknowledge something just because it's been in the news nonstop. And I'm not going to get into the politics of the whole thing, but man, pray for Maui. Seriously, whether you're a person of faith or whatever, just seriously, anything, talk to the man upstairs because those people are in need right now. And, as much as we may not like other brands, I know Tony Khan's working with, is it some kind of food bank in Maui? He's selling a nice fight. Talk about timing. Fight for the Fallen T-shirt. So yeah, just whatever you guys can do to help because
try and find good donations that'll help the locals rebuild their homes that they lost.
Right, because they're fighting the fight of their lives, is from what it sounds like. Like I said, I don't want to get political, but damn, they're in for a fight.
Yeah,
just due to other major disasters over the years. Good advice by Alicia there. Before you just donate without knowing, take a look
your
at
homework.
Who you're donating to, because we know from years ago there was a lot of places that got donated to that people never saw any money from. So just don't. Good intentions, but do a little research before you do it.
Yeah, and I want to say, please give Paul, my favorite nephew, give Paul some love in the chat. He confided in me a few days ago. They lost several family members in Maui. So yeah, this is hitting a lot of people. I mean, just. Areas just wiped out.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of the power and phone service is back now, but sadly, I think that just is now confirming a lot of the people
everything's
that were
ashes. Everything's ashes.
No longer with us.
It's absolutely devastating. So please keep these people in your thoughts and prayers. And do what you can to help. But yeah, like Alicia said, do your research. Make sure if you are going to donate somewhere, make sure it's legit. You don't want to get scammed because God knows the world is a scam right now.
As disgusting as it is, there's plenty of people trying to take advantage of what is seriously a human tragedy. Please just do your homework and make sure your money is going to the right people.
Right. Hell, people are trying to scam these poor, Native Hawaiians out of their homes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's always, sadly, that's the way of the world, sadly.
Oh.
But you can make a difference. You
can. We all can.
So, J-Bone, how about we, you want to do some news?
Let's do some news.
Sounds good.
Jiminy Christmas.
And now, the one, the only, the J-Bone with the
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
All right. So this is interesting. There's some additions to the Multiverse United 2 For Whom the Bell Tolls show that is happening this Sunday, is it?
Sunday.
I believe it's Sunday.
Sunday, yep.
Yeah, it's not. I almost thought it was Saturday because they've been doing a lot of like earlier weekend shows lately, but not this one. This one's Sunday. We got some updates to the card. Some ones that we've been really waiting for. We got what is this, a tag team match? This looks like fun. TJP with Francesco Akira against Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita. So that one looks like a lot of fun. Good to see TJP back on the old Impact screen here. But this is the one that is really going to get people talking. This is for the Strong Women's Championship. For those of you who don't know, that is New Japan's American chapter of their company, their women's title, held by Julia, newly crowned Julia. And so this is a fatal four-way?
Who's that, love?
Yeah, this is a fatal four-way. Momo Kojo? I think I pronounced it. Against Julia, defending her title against Deonna Purrazzo against Gisele Shaw. So
nice.
that is so I've
Let's
heard a
go
lot
Impact.
I've heard a lot about this Julia, but haven't seen her wrestle. So here is a chance for an American audience to see Julia wrestle. Very excited about this. So
yeah, it'll be my first time seeing Julia live, so I'm looking forward to it.
Have you seen her like in any? I mean, I know she's got to be on like YouTube clips and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I mainly that's what I've seen. I've seen mainly highlights. So always good to see these people you hear of for the first time live. You get more of an understanding and appreciation. So looking forward to it.
Okay.
With a lot of people on this card. Like I've been to previous New Japan shows, but their roster is always evolving. Like it's changed a lot over the last couple of years, especially with the strong brands added a lot of new people. So there's some familiar faces on this card, but definitely a lot of new faces.
Okay. Bell's Boy here says Julia is a big time talent and she takes no shorts. She beat Willow Nightingale for that title.
She looks legit.
Willow Nightingale of AEW. So that title's getting around. It's
that was the title that Mercedes Moné had, right? Correct.
Yes. Yeah, which unfortunately she had to she got hurt pretty bad. Oh yeah, well, of course she will. She's tough. She's got the force behind her, you know.
Of course. Now I get it, and here's the question though: do people here think that Trinity shows up at some point during this match, or maybe addresses something on the Tron? Because obviously the winner of this match and then the Impact champion, maybe something at Emergence. Although we already knew we got the rematch, we got the Deonna Trinity rematch, but maybe something to lead into it. But who knows? We'll see.
I'm sure something could be set up.
Well, if Sonata's gonna be wrestling, then who knows? But then I also heard in the chat from someone said that Sonata's injured. So I'm like, I don't know.
Now here we go, because it's going back and forth. Because all right, correction, Mercedes was the one IWGP Women's Champion. She never won the Strong title. Willow was the champion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's two different titles there.
Is there no IWGP Women's Champion right now? Who is it?
No, it's someone.
That helps.
That's the man with the news.
I've got all the facts, and I do my best to share them. I don't know. Somebody Google it or something. I don't have all the answers here, folks. Give me a break.
Do I look like a magician?
I just pulling
Mayu, who I've seen wrestle. Mayu Iwatani is the champion.
Iwatani. Yeah.
And I've seen her.
Mayu, yeah. Wait, who?
She wrestled. Did she wrestle for Impact or somebody else that I saw? Did she do a brief run? She was at some promotion I was at over early summer.
Either way, super exciting.
Right.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Bell's Boy with the $10 chat. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Bell's Boy.
He's refreshing everybody's news here. Says the IWGP Women's Champ is Mayu Iwatani. She beat Mercedes for it. All right.
Although I'm gonna say this is a New Japan problem though, because they rarely feature the women's, because normally Stardom is what you hear about for the wrestling in New Japan. So the titles get lost over there. So they don't make it easy to follow.
Yeah. Well, having the women in their company it's new to them. You know, we're like, it's a no-brainer because companies over here feature women all the time. Now,
yeah, but we all us three grew up in an era where that there wasn't a lot of women's wrestling. Like that's changed over the years. And then when it did become more common, like when I started going to shows, I don't even think there was a women's match on the cards. Like at house shows,
they were just side pieces.
The Spectrum. Like I don't even think they were at that point yet, for the most part. Like if you're talking golden age, like early 90s, I don't think they were even that. Valets, that's about it.
Yeah.
Then late 90s, obviously, is when you saw the roll,
the boom.
But there was a little bit, like you had the occasional, the Medusas and the Sherry Martells, but then became more of a manager. So.
Oh yeah.
So it is like a new era. So it's good that Japan's getting into that because they were one that was like didn't seem like they were ever going to get into it.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was thinking, Bonus Baby. I think she was at Multiverse 1.
Oh, could be.
Could be.
I'm pretty sure she was.
I don't recall.
Thought so.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay. Different one. But I also saw both. I saw both of them.
Gotcha. Switching gears here, Mayor Neeson says favorite Madonna song. She had a birthday. Madonna turned 65. My goodness. Look at that. She can retire now. She doesn't have to tour. Nothing. She can just collect Social Security. And do rock stars collect Social Security? I don't know.
Well, we know somebody's favorite Madonna song. And you'll see him on the UK tour. That's one Grado.
Oh, yeah.
His
yeah,
favorite.
What's his favorite?
He goes out to Like a Virgin.
Oh, Like a Virgin. That's it. Yeah, it's tremendous. So yeah, any favorites among the many hits of Madonna for you two?
Alicia, do you have a favorite, a go-to Madonna song?
Shit, no, not off the top of my head. I don't mind Madonna, but I just can't think of anything.
I feel like I gotta go early. I feel like I gotta be 80s Madonna.
Yeah.
Oh no, and my bad. He goes out to Like a Prayer. I said Like a Virgin.
Like a something. That's 90s, but
yeah, that's early 90s. That's early 90s.
Cherish, Papa Don't Preach. Like, there's so many iconic
there you go. Yeah.
moments in a Madonna record. So, God. I do like the older stuff too, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun to bop your head to the classics. Yeah. My favorite is Live to Tell. I like that. That's a rare one. That's from
look at you going B-side.
Yeah. It's from a rare little talked about movie called At Close Range. Starring Christopher Walken, and at that time her husband Sean Penn.
Oh, Shawnee Penn.
Okay.
But
so that's old, old school.
I thought you were going to do the song from the Dick Tracy movie.
She was in Dick Tracy, wasn't she? Oh my God.
She was.
We just watched that recently.
She also had a song in League of Their Own, which was also very good.
Yeah.
I can't think of what it was called off the top of my head, but that was also very good. That's another one of my favorites. I don't know.
Maybe that's what I'll be for Halloween is one of the peaches from the League of Their Own.
There you go.
It's such a good costume.
Yeah, and that's some straight out of Wisconsin history, right? From what I gather, you deep dive into the Midwest history of women's baseball.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff there.
And I'm gonna go early. I'll go borderline.
Borderline is another really good one.
I had to go early Madonna.
Oh, great stuff.
Now, can be like the Wedding Singer, where everyone dresses like Madonna. Everyone dresses like
they do.
Pat Benatar.
Gary
I love Pat Benatar. Oh, well, let's move on. I could get lost in the sauce with this shit.
This is going to turn into a jukebox episode, all right? Gary Rossetti, of course, with the Like a Surgeon by Weird Al. No.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with any Weird Al.
No.
You're so goofy.
It's good.
Although I think I have a greater appreciation for all his food-related songs. Just Eat It.
Yeah, I was just thinking fat because I'm fat, right?
I was like, wait, are we talking about Madonna or Weird Al here? I didn't think she did a song about eating, but then again, anyway.
Isn't this a wrestling podcast? What's going on here? I know it's good. It's good.
Now, Critical Sting's like, who's Madonna?
Question I can't answer. We should add an "and stuff" to the reviews. Title of the show: Reviews and Stuff.
Well, that's why I always say it's like, okay, so if I put it out there on the socials, I say you got your Impact review. We're doing a preview of the Multiverse United 2 news and more. And this is the end.
You startled me. I'm old. My heart.
He's so old.
I wasn't ready.
So, hit you with that, Father James.
I'm like starting to tear up a little bit. I'm okay.
Are
That's
you
what this
proclaimed?
podcast
Shall we
does.
move on?
I'm just.
More news.
Yes. J-Bone, you're the news guy, so
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. All right.
Impact
so,
added a show, J-Bone.
Impact added. Well, yeah. They.
Wait.
You mean the UK show? Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Correct.
They added
A fourth date. A double in
fourth.
Coventry.
Oh, what?
What?
At the Coventry in England, October 28th and 29th on the UK Invasion Tour. Yes. So you had the Thursday in Glasgow, Friday in Newcastle, and 2 back-to-back dates, Saturday and Sunday at the Coventry. That is, boy, I tell you, if wrestling isn't in demand in the UK right now, I don't know what is. Man, they just love themselves some wrestling. So that's great to see. That's great to see.
So just because I see it mentioned in the chat there, I will not be at the UK show, sadly. Just a little too tough to finagle all that. Obviously, it's a long tour. It would be a lot of time. It's long travel time. So just not making sense this time around. Hopefully, maybe this is the precursor. They go back maybe for a one-off pay-per-view and a day of tapings, like a 2-day trip in one city. Might be magnificent, Jacob. So hopefully, maybe that will be the trip I make out there.
Are you going to the 1000th episode thing?
I am going to the 1000th episode.
We'll see you there. We just bought our tickets tonight. Yeah.
Woo! I'm not going to break news here, but there's rumblings. There might even be another TNI member attending those shows. I won't say names. There could be somebody else showing up.
We'll see.
Unconfirmed.
So it's like right in all of our backyards, so that'll be fun.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah. We'll see you there.
Saturday, the 1000th episode, bringing people together.
Tickets are selling out fast. We had to go through a couple of choices as they were being sold out as we were selecting them and shit. So
was there more? Because I thought I heard from this other source that maybe it was only almost GA that was left. Were you able to get seats?
It basically the front row is sold out. Second row is probably sold out by now. I think it's it's GA. That's pretty much for pickings at this point. So,
and then listen to this. Your Impact talent here, the great David Penzer.
Oh God!
OMG! I'm going to get to finally meet Alicia. There you go. And speaking of news, J-Bone, I just want to add, while we have the name on here, a rare opportunity for us in our area in the Northeast, New Jersey. I saw David Penzer is making a rare appearance at a convention in New Jersey coming up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
So feel free,
cool.
David, if you want to put the deets in there. I have them. I can shoot them in there, but I'll get them as we go on. But
nice.
You had news.
There is a piece of bad news I have to share. I should have just shared this at the top of the show because everything else has been relatively positive. There was a notification put out, I believe it was within the last 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. Sadly,
This is J-Bone hard. Well, not as hard as you'd think, but the the action figure news.
The
action figures have been canceled. That line of action figures that were up for pre-order recently, a few months ago, whatever it was, that's been canceled. Sadly, because I believe it said in the news bit
Didn't
here,
meet their standards. It didn't meet quality control standards.
Yeah, and also for the time frame, that was also a thing.
They probably picked it up and wait a second, this looks like J-Bone.
Well, it's this. That's the thing is when you get into the number one, the price line and these kind of action figures, your audience is not 5-year-olds anymore. You're hitting guys that are closer to my age. This is for, well, they say, for collectors.
You want the collector's shit.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
That's Cabal from MK11, but
I thought
you know
that
what I'm
was
saying?
a version of Sting.
No, it could be. Dude, Mortal Kombat Sting.
Woo! There you go.
Or doesn't he rooster like a crow? Anyway.
Yeah, he was Sting.
What?
Honestly,
I meant crow like a rooster. I don't know why I came out that way.
Figures,
I must be stoned.
You lost me after, if it ain't LJN, Hasbro, or Galoob, I'm out.
Well,
I don't need articulation. If anything, give me a move. They do a little move like back in the day.
Oh, little swing, little
yeah,
pick. Yeah,
that's all you need. I don't.
McFarlane is the best.
G.I. Joe with the kung fu grip. I'm
nothing wrong with some kung fu grip.
I got 3 words for you. Impact Wrestling Boss Fight Studio. Let's get this done. Perfect example is you look at the latest Taurus action figure. It's either out now or it's coming out soon. I was going to order it. When I order it, I'm ordering 2 because I'm going to make a custom out of one of them because the newer masks that he's been wearing, like in the pictures that you've seen, are pretty slick looking. So yeah, this isn't rocket science. Let's go for the companies that are killing it. I'm not saying you got to go with Mattel, but someone who's at least doing it well.
Brian Myers, get on this.
Oh, well,
I'll tell you.
From what I heard,
told you the kind I like.
In this.
I know the major wrestling figs was using Zombie Sailor, and they were doing like the Hasbro ones, like Dino Bravo and all. Too high of a price point because of the limited runs, but like that style, I'm a fan of that. If I get a Moose one of those, I'd be in. Where's the David Penzer action figure?
Yeah.
The Ref Daniel Spencer.
With
These are the figures I want, J-Bone.
Action arms.
Yeah, the mic comes up.
The mic to mouth.
That's awesome.
There you go.
Sell them.
Little
I think the old
push
one,
the button in the back.
Remember there was an LJN Mean Gene. Maybe a Mean Gia.
You mean mean woo Masha Gia Miller? Definitely. I need the rare Tom Hannafin in the purple suit. Thank you very much. That's gonna be a must.
All good
Put
answers.
the pre-order for that one. But that's pretty much it for news.
Well, do you want to say it later? Or do you want to say we got Sonata's match at Emergence?
Oh, that too. I apologize. Here I'm sitting there putting the action figures above the event stuff. But yeah, well, that's me. Well, I did say earlier that someone said Sonata's injured, so I don't know what's happening.
I've not heard such a thing.
Yeah, someone said in the live reaction that he's got a torn something, but I have not heard anything. I don't know. But yeah, Emergence Sonata versus Jake something. Oof. That'll be something.
Is that his
First
Tinder
time ever.
profile?
Oh God.
Gold, J-Bone. Gold.
Is it though?
Oh, come on. I honestly, we'll get into it in the review. There's two segments tonight, and one's Dango, and the other one's going to surprise you. That I'm saying were tops of the night.
That were gold. Okay.
There were J-Bone. It was so gold.
So
and I'll give you a little hint.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I had a new song.
Oh yeah, the new big team. Yeah,
Yes.
We'll get into that.
That was awesome. Like that felt like a Rocky movie.
I'm for that. I'm for that. But we'll dive more into that when we hit that part of the show. Also, I just want to talk about Emergence for a second. We got Subculture. It's official. They will be defending against the Rascalz. So that's
Repeat
official.
that.
Subculture will defend
Okay.
Impact Tag Team Championships, the World Tag Team Championships of the world.
That'll be interesting.
Against the Rascalz.
It's like, subculture and the Rascalz are like a different element of a subculture.
Well, it's just something. It's fresh tag team wrestling.
No, it's gonna be dope. That's not my point. I just think it's cool pairing.
Oh yeah, absolutely, across the board. So, all right, shall we dive into tonight's Impact Wrestling?
Well, I guess. I mean, we are a review.
We
might as well. Like, we could talk about
wait,
the show.
J-Bone. No, I'm not. We got news. We got news.
Oh, no.
J-Bone.
We got more dudes.
And this affects Alicia. Impact 1000 fan celebration.
Yeah,
earlier that day.
We're gonna be a fly on the wall there.
So starting at
to be clear, free admission with purchase of a ticket to the show.
Ticket. Yeah, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh.
And confirmed to be there, other than we know the beautiful people, Team 3D, D-Lo, Tommy, Awesome Kong, and ODB.
Oh, is she gonna have the barbecue truck there?
Not confirmed.
Oh.
Not confirmed. But ODB
man, my dreams, dude.
If
I don't pray for much, but Jesus, please.
She wants the meat.
I want the meat. I want the meat. Oh, no.
If anyone can confirm, will the meat in a cup?
I'm kind
the double D cup.
embarrassed.
I've had the meats.
I want that cup, dude. I want to buy the sauce. I want it all. Like, you don't understand.
Well, I'm sure she'll have the sauce.
Ooh.
That's a guarantee.
I gotta get the sauce.
She got married, so if she's traveling across country, I'm sure she's bringing her man in the meat truck.
I hope. Don't tease me. Oh my god. I need to know if the meat truck's going to be there.
From Minnesota, she may drive the meat truck out to New York, so it could be there.
I hope so. I don't pray for much, but I'm hoping for a miracle.
Let's just say there'll be a lot of meat-craving wrestling fans at this event, so prop up in the parking lot. I think she'll do well. Because I've seen her, she's done it before, so we'll see.
Eddie, you're such a goop. Since she's been married since April 2012. No, I mean really married. I don't mean like rolling around in the ring in the underwear married. Waiting for the fried chicken from Eric Young married. No, I mean really married. She got married this last year.
J-Bone, if you keep breaking kayfabe, I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
I know. You know, as I sit here with my table slivers next to me. Which if you saw the show last week, I divulged where the table slivers came from, and it was a mega oops, but you guys will see that soon enough. Yeah, you killed kayfabe. It's Eddie. It's still real to me, damn it.
That's right.
It's an iconic video.
Yeah.
All right, now we can start the show. The news is over.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Whoa.
That was big.
Well, bless your heart.
There hasn't been a big fan event in a long time.
Good thing I got my notes here. My goodness. I was ready to just put them away for the night and say, all right, well, that was enough fun. All right. The 17th of August, 2023.
Already.
Impact Wrestling with new and improved commercial segments. Can we talk about this for a second? What I know this is part of the show, but not really part of the show. But it is part of the show. What did you guys think about the picture-in-picture?
Now, was that on both the YouTube as well? Or no, you would not realize it on the YouTube?
I was watching it on the Access TV feed.
Okay.
I'm not sure how the YouTube came on.
Let us know if you saw the picture-in-picture.
I don't know if I did or not.
It's fine if no on YouTube. Okay, so if you watched it on YouTube, you didn't get the picture-in-picture because it was over commercials. So,
okay. Now I know what you're saying. I'm like, is that like a skit or something? Okay. Sorry.
Well, because the other companies tend to do it often, but they tend to do it like a lot.
I get it in hindsight, but like, oh my god, it's the worst.
And I do get it because if you go back years ago, and I remember being at wrestling shows live where it would go to commercial and the guys would just putz around outside the ring doing nothing for 2 minutes. Like they weren't wrestling, they were just doing nothing for 2 minutes the third time.
Killing time,
So like that's better in a regard, but I think that stopped years ago because they're like, you can't keep doing that, guys. You actually got to work, even if it's at a commercial break. But now that they're airing it, they're actually doing legit things. So, and I don't know how many times they did it. As long as they don't do it too many times, I think it's fine. I just wouldn't go too far with it. Like if there's extended matches, then that can make sense. Where it's like, oh, we're hitting a commercial break and we don't want to interrupt fast-paced action.
Yeah.
They should put the commercial in the corner.
There you go.
I'm just saying, but I get it, but it's dumb. That's how I feel about corporate shit.
It's so
the funny thing is, picture-in-picture is so outdated, J-Bud. As a concept, remember TVs with picture-in-picture? They almost never worked. And anytime they did like that, that's so like freaking high style of like middle class life in like 1989 to 91.
Yeah, and then the
Twice.
TVs that came out with that, like, ooh, look, we're watching.
It's like,
this
we can put picture in picture. You can press a button.
Yeah, you can watch the game down here and watch this other game.
They always did with a game. It's like you can watch this at a game,
and she can watch her soap opera.
That's why people have ADD.
Right? Yeah.
Screen and screen.
Don't they just know you get multiple screens?
Right.
Who needs picture in picture? We just get multiple TVs.
Thank God for social media.
TV mountain, because we got to be tuned into everything. That ultimately became cell phones. So if you think about it,
that's really what it is. People are on their tablets or phones while TV's on.
Oh my God!
You know where I stand. I blame Jackass.
Well, and
you know.
With Gary's mentioning a few wrestlers are not getting introductions tonight. Well, the whole show didn't get an introduction tonight.
Yeah, it just kind of started.
We own the night. They went right to segment to match. No intro tonight. What'd you think about that?
They crammed it. Well, there was a cold open, but it went. Yeah,
that's okay. It happens. I'm not going to harp on it too much.
It tells you how much action you're in for.
It was a lot. It was like getting bitch slapped with entertainment. Like, yes.
Oh, and Yo was added to the scramble at Multiverse.
Oh, Yo was? Cool. So there was that 8-9 people in the match?
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
A lot of people.
X Division on fire. All right, so we start out this crazy episode of Impact Wrestling with Deonna Purrazzo versus KiLynn King. Knockouts match. Deonna Purrazzo getting a little warm up match before the going after the title for the Trinity's Knockouts title.
And now we know the multiverse this weekend. So Deonna's going to be busy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's on the path.
But it doesn't matter.
I am the f***ing greatest.
Oof.
She's from Hackettstown.
We'll find out.
I was there this past week.
Oh, you're always in Hackettstown.
Yeah, well, my dentist is in Hackettstown, and I've been
there you go.
Getting caught up in my dental health like a responsible adult.
That's good. I've been doing the same thing lately, which is very good. I'll be there again. Good question. In the next week or so.
You save. I'll be there on Monday.
Yeah.
There you go.
I see the eye doctor, dentist. All the appointments, adulting, you got to do.
Don't get old. Stay young forever.
Don't become like J-Bone. No, I'm just kidding. Purrazzo versus King.
Oh.
I like this pair up. It was interesting. I don't think up until now that I can remember, and it's because I'm probably baked, these two have ever been in a singles match.
I think so. An Impact, at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was an interesting pair. A lot of that tonight was a lot of interesting pair-ups that I don't think we've seen, or it's been a long time since. But anyway, I like this match. A little bit, sometimes it happens because it's just the par for the court. But it was a little predictable, but enjoyable nonetheless because it's Deonna. Like she's just so she's got the character and the dramatics and stuff like that. So she just makes it interesting. It's like a spicy, smoldering pot of good match.
Right.
And I know Deonna was interviewed recently and kind of put over KiLynn. And
KiLynn's
I'll tell you what, like, and Deonna, when she gives kind of the rub to individuals, there's usually good reason behind it. Because if you remember, it was a couple of years ago, like she was talking about Roxy, or now Roxanne Perez, before anybody was, like when she was whatever 17 or 18-year-old on the indies. Willow Nightingale she was putting over. So there was a lot of names she was putting over that you kind of see what they wind up doing. So that's all. I think we've all been impressed, because honestly I saw only KiLynn briefly on the indies before she showed up in Impact, and she was impressive there. So I think obviously the stuff with Taylor has helped get her established quickly as a character. She's already
they fit in so well with each other as well.
Yeah,
they do. There's a lot of chemistry there. Want to quick say hello to Armand. What's up? Good to see you here. It's been a while.
Ahoy.
But before we get on to the next match, J-Bone, I know a few people are highlighting it because it was on BTI, and it's also the biggest news we didn't talk about, J-Bone. Gigantic news. Because on BTI, one Johnny Swinger defeated Sheldon Jean for 2 wins in a row. And you're like, TNI? Is that the big news? Johnny Swinger's on a winning streak? No. He's decided for his championship match, world title, Alex Shelley, why bother? DMC, digital media title. He wants to be the DMC champion. Johnny Swinger, Kenny King, Emergence, J-Bone.
Oh my God. Can you imagine?
Man cometh and will rule you. He will rule you, J-Bone. Rule the internet.
Swinger's Quest. And what's hilarious is
my dream of Johnny Swinger winning the DMC title could happen in Toronto.
Or any title for that matter. It's time.
Him winning that title is what I want to see happen, because then he'll be like, what is this, Daddy? What do I do? Can you put it on my pager?
Yeah, I was going to say, can we put a picture of a pager on it? Yeah.
Think of all the references. He can talk about Al Gore. It'll be great.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Well, this is Swinger.
Prodigy? But like, I hear this Prodigy gimmick's working.
We got to go back a little further. We're going to talk about presidents. We're going to talk about the guy who brought up Al Gore, who made Al Gore who he is. We got to talk about Clinton.
I'm sure. Oh, you know what? Censoring myself. We're just going to pretend we're reading. Checks out.
But the picture for the Digital Media Championship
created by Johnny Swinger.
Yeah, it looks like it was created by Johnny Swinger. Yeah, with I don't know what.
What are you saying?
It looks like
he's
it was done with,
awesome at Microsoft Publisher.
I was going to say Cork Express from about 20 years ago.
You guys swing?
Maybe that'd be giving him too much credit. But
Gia explained the internet to Swinger. She said it on commentary. I wonder how that conversation goes, J-Bone. How would you explain the internet to people?
I wouldn't. I
wouldn't, because I'd be worried he'd form an addiction.
He would just be like, Daddy, Rizek.
It's like if we thought the little swinger dungeon thing was weird. I'm sure he's susceptible to a whole lot weirder things. I just think he should be kept in the past, where the pure-hearted sleazes live.
AOL chat room champion. There you go.
Are you telling me I can look up all the pictures in the world of Rockin' Robin? I mean, what?
He could find old merch. There's
Oh,
plenty of things he could do. It's a dream come true.
oh,
It's just
mind
who
blowing.
has the cojones to make this decision? Who runs with this? Because I think it'd be fantastic. I think
So we're
the
speaking it
TNI
into the
fan.
universe.
I know there's a certain person in the chat that would not support this at all. Maybe one, maybe two. But does anybody else not want to see Johnny Swinger as DMC champion? Does the whole panel want to see this? I'm not on an island, right? We all want to see it.
No, I definitely want to see it. Yeah, especially if it gets into like segments of him like searching the web and like educating himself and be like, all right, man, where's bandanas.com? You know, it's like,
Think of all the fun.
oh, it's gonna be a riot. So yeah,
It would be like the Dango stuff, but complete comedy.
yeah, and better.
Oh well, hey now. Are you gonna poo-poo the Dango segment?
He hates professional wrestling. That's all you gotta say.
He was talking about Mike Awesome, Tinder profiles, gold.
Wait.
J-Bone.
I don't know what Tinder is.
Wait,
I'm married.
how are we that far ahead?
Oh no. We're
Okay, you're just referencing.
Yeah,
we're dropping teases right now.
he's saying it's so good. That's why we're
Too
talking
hype
about
for
it
this.
now.
I
All
took
right.
an edible and my
Let's move on.
boots are a little
Let's
too
move on.
goofy.
It's all about the swing man here.
I guess.
This is the Johnny Swinger Appreciation Podcast.
It is. It says that somewhere in the corner. Santino backstage with Bully, and Bully's just losing his ever-loving mind, almost coming to tears. He just can't put away PCO, and he's like, he grabs the badge off of Santino's chest. He's like, you got to use this somehow, some way against PCO.
Yeah, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, that's gonna like it's gonna be like a cross or something against like a vampire. Like that's gonna help.
He fucked around and found out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did. And then Myers and Moose comes in, and he gets all crazy, snotty against Santino. Like, yeah, do your job. Blah, 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 blah. You know, he's all tough guy now instead of he's all quivering. Getting a damp eye, can't stand it. Armand says, Bill, explain to J-Bone what Tinder is.
I think with that response,
Well, it's something
J-Bone
that you
knows.
light fires with, right?
It's
He
what?
fires.
It's something you light fires with, right? Like when you're cooking.
Yeah.
Use some Tinder.
Oh,
You rub it together, and then
somebody that just went camping would know that answer. Very good.
look at the big brain on the list.
J-Bone, can you start a fire without a lighter?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we had one of those things where you scratch the magnesium off, dump it in the fire, and then hit the spark into it.
All I need is a magnifying glass and some dry grass.
Oh, God. And sunshine.
And the
That's
sun.
important.
And the sun.
The sun is important for that.
And some sunny rays. There you go.
If it's nighttime, no go for J-Bone.
Were you like an ant's worst nightmare growing up?
Oh, let me tell you, I fried myself so many times chasing after ants. I was just ridiculous as a kid.
I think Anna might. I think this is probably the majority feeling on this segment, J-Bone.
Yeah, she loved him crying like a bitch. Great Godsmack song, too.
Oh, here you go, J-Bone, for if you really didn't know what it was. Armin says, a segment where Swinger goes on his first date with a woman he matches with on Tinder would be classic. Even more classic if they brought in a classic diva or knockout and played it off like they matched. Think of the fun. Think of the fun with Johnny Swinger.
He's married.
Wait, are we breaking kayfabe again?
Wait, no, he's married and yeah, he married one of this
Swingerella number 2.
Swinger twin. Yeah, okay. You almost gaslit me, bro. I'm like, oh my god, did I imagine that?
But did the ceremony not happen? Wasn't that Wrestle House?
It was in an alternate universe.
They were going to get married, but then it didn't
happen. On a normal night, I might remember this, but tonight,
not a chance.
It's out in the universe.
That's all right.
All right. It's a mystery.
So then this all leads to everyone.
There it is. Bravo married to Swingerella.
Oh.
Instead, right?
Yeah.
Like a pity Mary.
Something.
That was a good guy. Good guy.
He's never gonna settle down, Daddy. No. All right, so then
he needs his Rizats.
Kevin Knight challenges Moose, and Moose is like, "Oh, you don't even know what's coming." Next, we got JesSICKa versus Savannah Evans versus Killer Kelly in a little preview of what we got coming at Emergence. What'd you think of this triple threat?
I like this. I feel like it's been a hot minute since we got a good triple threat. My favorite line of the match is, Kelly, you must be this tall to ride these rides. Shove.
Oh, let me tell you, the crowd popped for that one. I remember hearing that live, and we were like, whoa. Yeah.
J-Bone was popping.
That was very good.
I was popping, yeah. JesSICKa really telling her who's who and what's what.
I very much.
I'm sick.
She is sick, yes. That's why we love her. But the whole Killer Kelly thing is like the voyeur.
She's like a demented puppy. I love it.
Yeah. She's, like checking everyone out, like, hi.
It was like she wasn't like just like a spectator, but not really there. She's just like up in everybody's face, watching how they're gonna hit each other. But they're like, "Yo, girl, fuck off."
We got shit to do here. Yeah.
About that, we've got some unfinished businesses to attend to.
He's saying it. He's saying. He's channeling his inner Chris Sabin on this one, J-Bone.
Oh, and what does he say?
I love this match!
Yeah, this was very entertaining.
Although, might be a little too young for this comment. Why is the internet not climaxing over 2 Williams matches on a 2-hour show? Because that's been a hot topic on the interwebs the last couple weeks. And Critical Sting, since you're the facts man, why don't you give us a runtime? Give us total up these matches and let us know the ring time. Because we know the internet loves to know the minutes and seconds that women wrestle on programming.
Oh, yeah.
But if they're in promos, don't count it. If they talk for 20 minutes, that doesn't count.
Yeah, right. But yeah, that's great to see. It's great to see on these shows. The more knockouts, the better. It's always. But yeah, so Killer Kelly gets the win here, showing the strength of the team of Masha and herself. Like, hey, we're here to stay. Next we get Alpha Bravo with Dirty Dango. This is apparently Bill's favorite segment of the whole show. I'm not sure why, but actually my favorite part of this is watching Bravo smack gum like violently.
Yeah, it was aggressive.
Alpha Bravo.
I love it. Alicia's like, it was aggressive.
It was a bit aggressive.
This poor gum. I mean,
like chewing that hard is only going to hurt your teeth.
yeah, you're gonna go blind.
But he was mentioning outlaw mud shows, J-Bone. Outlaw mud shows.
I love those.
Jake something. Looks like Tarzan, wrestles like Jane. Classic wrestling cliche.
And then they started talking about Tinder. I didn't get it.
Tinder. They looked up the Jake something profile on Tinder. It says Jake something.
We were just talking about Tinder, that it's something like you use during camping to start fires. I don't know what the hell they're talking. Putting pictures in the fire? What are we talking about here? What's going on? I'm confused. I'm a confused bone. Help me out here.
It's really farmersonly.com.
It's what?
That's instead of Tinder, it's Farmers Only.
Farmers
The dating website. You guys not get those?
Farmers
No,
Only?
I've seen the commercial. It's ridiculous.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say that's real.
Yeah.
There's commercials for Farmers Only?
Farmersonly.com, yeah. I mean, it's been a while, but like a couple of years ago, they were like crazy.
I knew
They're
it
really
existed.
popular.
I didn't know they ever actually did commercials.
Or Christian Mingle.
Well, I know they did one.
Yeah, you got some some 18-year-old slut. Hi, I'm a Christian. Find me at Christian Mingle. It's like, really?
J-Bone, I think you were watching it at like 2 a.m. and those were 976.
I don't think those women were 18. I think they were pretending to be. They were much older.
They're really 35.
Don't tell me they were.
And they're not sluts. They're professionals, just like everybody else. They work hard for their money.
Anna. Take a Geritol. They still make Geritol?
Find me some Tinder.
Oh my god.
What a riot. All right, where are we at here? Any thoughts? I know you like this segment with Dirty Dango, but he's talking about Jake something and these.
I think Dango's a revelation, J-Bone. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying everything from the content to the production. I like the black and white. I like the quick cuts. I look forward to this segment every week. I keep them coming. Keep them coming.
I'd probably enjoy it a lot more if like the first thing out of his mouth as soon as he gets in the ring is, "I hate professional wrestling."
You gotta look at it as just a segment. See, you're connecting things.
I know, but I
look at this on its own.
That hits deep,
If he did more of this in the ring, cutting some promos in the ring like this, I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be better. Yeah, instead of just "I hate wrestling" and then into the match. No, just be real in front of the people. So, all right, Alicia's saying timeout. She said she'll be back.
Well, while Alicia's taking a tea, J-Bone, I sent you a little thing because I mentioned earlier a very rare appearance by David Penzer, good friend of the show.
Yes,
in New Jersey coming up.
Let me do a little share screen-a-rooney here.
So anybody in the tri-state area,
we're sharing the deets.
You can
deets.
see David Penzer at the 90s Wrestling Con on Saturday, September 30th in Rockaway, New Jersey at the Rockaway Mall. He'll be there along with other 90s wrestling legends.
Whoa.
Rare appearance in the area for David Penzer.
Yeah.
So check that out. I will definitely, if I'm around, try to make it up there as well.
There you go. So, yes. Scared for the one, the only David Penzer. We love you. Go see him. Kevin Knight versus Moose.
Jay.
This I know I know you probably enjoyed watching it on TV, but we were both there live. This was a pleasant, I want to say a pleasant surprise, because we know how good Kevin Knight is, and I'm just glad because it was against a guy like Moose that this wasn't some kind of just squash. This really probably is one of the better matches I've seen from Kevin Knight in Impact Wrestling, and it's a combination of Moose's athleticism and, not being ready for the high flying action of Kevin Knight. This was just great. What'd you think?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think at this point, Moose is underrated in the ring because Moose can really go in the ring. And when he gets the time to do one of these longer matches, and if you're ever lucky enough to see Moose on like an indie show near you, and he'll go like these 15, 20-minute matches, you should go because he'll have a great match on a lot of cards. But Kevin Knight, I think, has been very impressive in his run in Impact, and we're seeing more and more of them. But this was welcome to the show, Kevin Knight. Because if you're not over, he was made, Moose made, not a knock on Kevin Knight, he did great, but Moose helped make him tonight. This was that coming out party that I got to imagine the dirt sheets, everyone like that there's going to be buzzing around Kevin Knight after this performance.
Now, is it true, my memory of the Chicago Heat tapings were a little fuzzy. Is it true that you were the only one that was chanting for Moose during this segment?
Was it?
It was Kevin Knight, and then it was like Moose. You heard Moose.
I'm sure it was
just you.
I would think there was more than just me, Jay. But
hopefully,
we're talking Moose here.
I
was definitely one of them because I support the Moose. I am a member of Moose Nation, Jay.
Yes, you are.
Sometimes it gets tough because Moose goes against everybody. So it's tough. I like a lot of people he wrestles. Kevin Knight, I've been a big fan. I've been a big promoter of Kevin Knight on the TNI show. So this was one where I think I got what I wanted out of this match.
This is funny from Bonus Baby here. It says Kevin Knight needs to invest in some better drawstrings. For those of you who are questioning what this is, there was a segment or two during the match where Kevin Knight would go flying and he'd almost lose his pants during a couple of dives to the outside or something. And he'd have to quick pull his pants up. So it was a little humorous.
Little adjustments.
Yeah. So, yeah. But other than that,
we all got to adjust.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. But very, very, very good match against Moose. Moose gets the win here, though. We got a segment but
Kevin Knight looked great.
He did. Oh, he did. Yeah, his athleticism and the stuff he did versus Moose, trying to, knock the big guy down, phenomenal. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we
phenomenal.
were saying it that the airtime Kevin Knight can get is unreal. He is. Oh,
he's got one of the best drop kicks in Impact Wrestling right now.
And so does Moose.
Yes. Yeah.
I put Moose as one of the greatest drop kicks in all of wrestling for years. Back when I first saw him in Ring of Honor, I thought he had it. It's like Okada, Moose.
Yeah.
And then Kevin Knight joining that party. That's fantastic. because you know me, if I start talking standing drop kicks, J-Bone, I got to go back to Mr. Perfect and Jumping Jim Bronzel.
Oh, classics, yes. Good stuff. Next, we got the Rascalz talking backstage with ABC, Santino, kind of breaking it up. He's got some security with him, making sure that no big fight breaks out. But he's saying that ABC is the Bullet Club is going to be taking on the Good Hands next week.
Good Hands, yes,
and it's,
because they got involved. They got involved last week,
right? Yeah, and
doing
it's not
the Rascalz thing to them.
Yeah, and it's not going to be quite as good as taking on the Rascalz, but it'll have to do for now, they said.
Well, you know that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah,
we'll have to have that matchup again.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Next we got Kon versus Eric Young. I absolutely love Eric Young's entrance. I'm loving this new mask of his. Like the last one was kind of like a hockey mask. This one is more a cross between like Dr. Doom and the character from Quiet Riot. I also said it's similar to Kane's mask that he wore about 10 years ago when he was tagging with Daniel Bryan.
I called it the News of the World mask.
The News of the World.
Does it look like I give a damn?
But I love what Eric Young's doing here. What'd you think of Kon versus Eric Young?
Now I like the match. I thought the EY is looking good. Got the win here over Kon. But then you had the aftermath where Diener gets involved, the beat down again. The kind of, we're seeing this again from the design.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's leading up to. Like, you lose, so you attack guys after the match.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if that's making you look strong. I know they're trying to look strong. I don't know if it is. Like, you gotta win some match. You gotta show me some results, J-Bone.
Yeah.
Just after match beatdowns is not enough. Maybe a pre-match beatdown.
Yeah, like, Diener made Kon lose the match. So
He did.
Is that going to be a factor? Because Diener was saying that Kon is the last, what do you say, like, faithful guy to the cause, Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it's going either. I'm just too much on a high of Eric Young being back in Impact Wrestling to really worry about it too much. It'll all come out in the end,
Yeah, but come on, it's EY. You can't be messing with EY like that.
Yeah. So, but nonetheless,
someone in the locker room needs to step up.
That
put
DDT,
an end to this.
Yeah, EY needs some help. That DDT through the chair, brutal for Eric Young. Absolutely brutal. Diener's just having his way with him right now. We got a new tag team that is training for a debut coming soon. I don't know when this debut is going to happen, Bill, but we'll find out soon enough. We got Yuya Uemura teaming up with Joe Hendry. What'd you think of this fancy footwork in this promo?
Well, I told you, J-Bone. This was tied with the Dango segment for my favorite of the night. And I know the last couple haven't hit with a lot of people, the last couple Joe segments. But I thought this one was pure gold, J-Bone.
Yeah.
The dancing, the comedy, even the song, the simplicity of it, all worked for me. Champions. And the little dance moves, like the footloose style of it. I'm big fan of this. Even saying they've only been together for 3 weeks. Fantastic. Like Alicia, I think could even, like, they're taking the whole teams that just get, we like to call them here these teams that just get the hodgepodge. He's pretty much singing a song about being a hodgepodge team, but a hodgepodge team that could be champions. So I was a fan.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I like it too, because Yuya is very good, but he hasn't been featured till now. He always gets like the last slot in some multi-man tag match, or thrown into like an X Division match or something. And yeah, he has some good spots, but it's all okay, what's next? And there's never a big follow-up. Now it feels like, and I said this in the live reaction, there's finally some focus for Yuya. So whether it's, a singles match or now tagging with Joe Hendry, it's a whole new ball game here, which is good. He needs, no matter how long he's sticking around in Impact Wrestling, he needs to do something, And I kind of feel like Kevin Knight needs that too, even though he's part of like Kushida's.
But now Kushida's more doing the stuff with the time machine and the time splitters and all that. So,
right,
like he can get involved in that, but not all the time. So that's where he's kind of being broken out here. But we'll see, because I think after this Moose match, we're really going to see where Kevin Knight goes too. So, but no, I'm intrigued to see now where the team goes. This is giving me more faith in team champions.
Yeah. So, and it doesn't always have to be like a comedic thing. I think they can make it a legit tag team and not a comedy act,
Mm-hmm.
Whereas majority of Joe Hendry's stuff has been comedy. They could turn this into, it could still be somewhat, it's still fun, but they could, like, okay, now let's have some real matches with these guys and go to town. So I see nothing but good coming out of this. We'll see. Now we get a very, what I'll describe as heavy, a very heavy portion of the show. This is part 2, I believe, of the interview, the conversation.
Yes, 2 of 3.
Yeah. Tom Hannafin with Crazy Steve talking about his past, growing up, coming up in the industry. And there's some real life tragedy to coincide with the story from Crazy Steve. Like I said last week, they did some of this when Tommy Dreamer was doing his stuff with House of Hardcore on Flow Slam. And but I don't think it dove into it this heavy. There was some, okay, yeah, mom did this and dad did that, but I don't think it got this personal.
Yeah. Like I said, this reminded me a lot of that, like way back NWA TNA era with Tenay and like that Sting interview. That was multiple parts over.
Oh yeah.
Shows like this felt the same way, and it got serious. Like it wasn't Sting in the makeup; it was Sting without the makeup.
Right. It was Steve
It
Borden.
was Steve. It was Steve. Yeah.
Right.
So although obviously there's still some makeup here, but it's like less makeup, but still obviously a much more serious side of Steve.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, touching on like domestic abuse, the death of his mother at a young age before he obviously really got in before she obviously could see him perform on like these big stages, becoming that early run with the menagerie in the Clown.
And they even in the lower third of the screen, it had a website and a phone number, I believe, for anyone with the suicide crisis line, So yeah, it's heavy stuff, and I'm really curious to see where this is going. A lot of people just assume it's gonna end up being just a serious Steve. I don't know. It's I think Steve's gonna end up taking off the makeup, but I don't know what the full change is gonna happen here.
Yeah, we know it will be concluded next week. So I think we'll get some of these answers, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think we're all excited because I think a lot of us are Steve fans, and to see him have this platform these last couple of weeks has been great to see because he definitely deserves it. That's a guy that's been one of like the heart and soul guys of the company that people don't really realize. Like he's been of those big decay runs, stalwart in the X division, very creative, great in promos. So seeing him get more of a shine with all this is great to see. So how it turns out is going to be interesting because I've always been fans of like taking, not that he was a comedy act, but somebody in that world and kind of like, well, we've seen it lately, but it's still like, it's not serious, but that whole different take on Rosemary to Courtney Rush. Havoc to JesSICKa, and now with Steve, and Crazy Steve to be determined next week.
Yeah, to be concluded. So yeah, we'll find out soon enough. And we've got Alicia's back.
Is that a marshmallow from a camping trip?
Yeah, some of the stragglers the raccoons didn't steal.
I was just gonna say it's like the last 3 in the bag. That's nice.
Need to get my sugar up.
We were just talking about the heavy segment with Crazy Steve talking about his growing up and relationship with his mom and dad and stuff. What did you think of this?
I think it's an interesting choice that they're going with him. I'm excited to see what the end game is.
Yeah.
But because I was listening on my phone before I came back, and you're right. It's a very heavy subject matter, but I think in this day and age, we can all kind of handle it in the sense that everyone's dealing with some form of mental health, and it's a good little means to maybe look into, talking to someone of a professional status, maybe here and there.
Yeah.
It's like, I like this.
Yeah, it's talking about real life, but it's also giving fans of wrestling, it's educating them, like, hey,
Agreed.
Like I said, they put the info in the lower third talking about suicide prevention and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the end story for Crazy Steve, we'll find out next week. Next we got Chris Sabin talking about
that Lio Rush.
Lio Rush, yes. And then he was interrupted by Samurai Del Sol, who was attacked by Lio Rush. So, but it looks like we're going to get Chris Sabin versus Samurai Del Sol next week. Samurai Del Sol saying he wants to make an impact. I really hope he sticks around. Last week was kind of wonky, but
we'll never know, JesSICKa.
Yeah.
It was wonky, all right.
I'd like to say we were confused, to say the least, when we walked out at night one. But
it's too hot in there.
Yeah, it's
delirious.
We were all delirious that night.
That's how the XPW show was, so I can relate. They didn't have air conditioning.
I'll tell you. Speaking of that, Alicia.
Oh, yeah.
It's so crazy. I'm going to the next XPW show, and you're not.
I know, the timing's so bad. I thought we'd be able to go because we've been to every one since they started the Jersey run, so it sucks to break the streak. But we're going to be in Baltimore for the Orioles game, and we won't be back in time because we're just round tripping it.
All right.
There you go. Cool. But yeah, so I don't know. Feelings on Samurai Del Sol. So you're gonna see what all I'm gonna say is I'm sure you're gonna enjoy the match next week. No spoilers or anything. Any thoughts on Samurai Del Sol possibly joining the Impact roster?
I'll allow it.
I think they need more of a lucha presence. I think that would be good to the roster.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong feeling that I think he's sticking around though. We'll see. Because remember, it was Chicago. He's from Chicago.
Oh yeah.
And if the rumors were right when he first hit the Indies, I think he was pricey. I don't know if you get that return unless you have a great storyline set up for him. Because let's not kid ourselves. There's some underutilized luchadors on the roster, like Laredo Kid and Black Taurus. I think is a star in the making.
Yeah.
We'll get to him.
I think you could. I think you can. My preference, honestly, I would invest more in giving Taurus a push than probably getting another luchador, especially if they have a high dollar value. And I bring in Sam Adonis. That's who I bring in as a luchador.
Oh, okay.
World's greatest heel luchador.
Oh yeah. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
But he's a very good wrestler.
Oh, he is. He is.
Look.
Oh, it's a kitty.
Kitty cat.
It's cute.
Aw.
Cupid getting screen time, not Valentino tonight.
Yeah.
He's sound asleep with Stefan right now, so you get Cupid, my little shadow.
Aww.
Look, she's already so embarrassed. She's like, oh, God, you're so embarrassing.
She's
away from me. Away.
Look how beautiful. Look at my beautiful baby. You're famous.
You're YouTube famous. Twitch famous.
TNI's for cats.
TNI.
We're cat folk.
Yes.
We're dog folk, too. Well, I'm the dog folk. I have a dog.
Yeah.
Has there ever been
She's
a dog?
at my parents right now.
Well, there's on TNI UK.
Yeah, I've had Nani.
There's a dog often.
Nani's popped out when we used to do family dinner. She stays with my parents during the week because she can't be left alone.
Aww.
Yeah, she's old girl, my dog.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go. Okay.
And the cat segment.
That's a
Brought to you by Jimmy Jacobs.
So you had me do your makeup earlier and everything. What's going on here? You don't want to be on the show? Not really. I have just a makeup brush specifically for her with no makeup on it. She likes to have her face because when I do my makeup for the show, she hops up on the sink and like looks in the mirror and wants it. So I'm like, oh, you want your makeup? So I got a clean brush and just started doing her makeup. She loves it. I don't know. Cats are weird.
It's a completely different response from like if I'm in the bathroom doing my makeup and then my wife's banging on the door. What the hell are you doing with my makeup?
Taking the shine off.
I'm a star.
I'm a star. You don't understand.
I'm trying to.
Tracy, I'm a star.
I got a manscape.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm glad somebody gets it.
I'm crop dusting my skull. Leave me alone.
That's right. What? Next we get Bully Ray. Speaking of luchadors, we get Bully Ray versus Taurus.
This is a match I never thought I'd ever see. And oh my god, I actually kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was no DQ.
Like, it was good. It was good. It's mostly because of Black Taurus, but it was good.
Right. And I wish I felt like that when I was there, but I was like, I think I stepped out for a piece of pizza during this one.
You were getting your
sounds good.
I was getting my za on. But
some could say this was a classic, Jay.
Nobody appreciates the classics. But yeah, Taurus is great. Bully's going through this thing. He's scared to death of the monster PCO because he just can't put him down. Just can't.
Nobody can. He's not human.
He's not human. No matter what. Then the lights go out. At the end, PCO shows up after Bully Ray wins a match and basically, scares him off. The reaction is priceless. He's like, I've done everything to this guy. What the hell?
And let's not forget, this was a no DQ match. So there was all kinds of weapons and all. And then when PCO came out, he put him through a table, J-Bo.
Yeah.
But it had no effect.
PCO,
that no selling SOB. He's not human.
He just, brushing off splinters like, bitch, what?
Mayor going after you, J-Bone. You can eat pizza, watch wrestling at the same time.
Yeah, I actually did because I brought the pizza upstairs at the wrestling event and I was like standing like way in the back.
You just weren't in your seat.
Yeah.
You were there.
I was
in the back.
I was taking in like
the ambiance.
The ambiance of the whole room. Yeah. It's not like I went downstairs at the place and talked to the ladies and said, "Can I have a piece of pizza?" and then hid underneath the table. That's not what J-Bone does. Leave me alone. I'm eating my pizza.
Before. But once it's showtime, J-Bone, I do not move.
Can they just eat in peace? I'm J-Bone.
Any eating or merch or has to be before or after the show. Nothing during the show.
Okay.
No time for that. Because Impact's a well-oiled machine. They're moving. You get up, you will miss something. You will not be able to get back to your seat in time. It moves too quick.
And there's always like 3, 2, 1. We're live. What? Oh, stand up. I love it. But yeah, PCO chases Bully out of the place. What a riot. Gia Miller backstage with Eddie Edwards talking about the whole thing with Kaz, and Kaz is trying to apologize for it, and Eddie's just not having it. So it looks like we're getting Kaz and Edwards probably going to end this pretty soon. I imagine.
Well, interesting on how they're going to end it. It sounds like a match at Killer Kowalski's school.
So like a cinematic.
I'm guessing some type of cinematic match. So that's going to be interesting.
I got a feeling Lish isn't as injured as Eddie's making it out to be.
I agree with that.
I feel like this is a ploy.
Yeah, because it feels like them just going at it again isn't the ending. It feels like the ladies need to get involved in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because he's like, "Oh, I made my wife stay at home because of this kind of stuff."
Keep mentioning them.
Well, sir, Lish is an active member of the roster. Therefore, she is trained to take moves like this. She already knows all the dangers, so we can't we can't be bleeding hearts about Lish taking a whole kendo stick to the forehead like she's done it before. She's also done it to other people, so it might be karma. I don't know. But I love it. I think Lish is awesome as a heel, and I know she wasn't even in this segment, but, fuck it. They talked about her.
It's Lish.
It's Lish. I'm just here for Lish, okay? Thanks.
She's hardcore.
She's
We've been
hardcore.
wanting this version of Lish for a while, and we're getting
Yeah,
it.
I've been foaming.
I will say
I
have no negative opinion of this because
Nope.
Lish as the heel valet manager is awesome.
Mm-hmm. She's badass, bro.
And she's been wrestling more too, which is great to see.
Mm-hmm.
She is the epitome of ride or die. If you look back, going all the way back like a handful of years with everything she's gone through with Eddie, between say Killer Cross, Sami Callihan multiple times, Moose, whatever, hey, you name it, she's been there for
Lish fought Sami Callihan for Eddie. Like, come on, bro. Like, she was like Adam. Like,
Lish don't mess around.
you don't fuck with her man, bro.
Ride or die.
I feel like it should be ride and die, though, because, like, ride or die means you got to make a choice. We're riding together or dying together. Let's do both. It's just
Thelma
a little bit of my
Louise
nerd
this
coming out. Thelma and Louise this bitch right off the mountainside. Vroom, vroom.
Oh, boy.
It sounds like Jada going to Checkers.
What? Where the hell is that? Yeah, I went vroom vroom right around that corner.
Speed bump.
Up on the sidewalk.
You had to be there.
All I wanted was a cheeseburger.
A Checkers cheeseburger. All that for a Checkers cheeseburger.
And the fries went everywhere.
Sometimes if you go late at night to that Checkers, you'll see a ghost with a limp.
You'll get you.
But it's really just Gaben coming back for another burger.
Sometimes when you turn the corner on 76 in Capitol in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you'll smell the smell of burnt rubber and nasty fries.
Whoa. J-Bo. Checkers fries are endorsed by the TNI podcast. They're fantastic fries. Every Friday, which it is on the East Coast, is a Checkers holiday around here. So
I'm talking
about.
I don't like French fries. My least favorite form of potato.
I'm talking about the fries that flew up in the air in 1990.
Oh, and hit the ground.
Oh, it's the ghost remnants of the stale fries, grease, and burnt rubber.
Yeah.
Fresh Checker fries are a delight, J-Bo.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't get it yet. I never went back.
You never made it. He never made it. He never actually got his food. He just got a warrant. He got a bench warrant. That's all he got.
I've been there before. I went there before that all happened, but it's all I don't remember.
Give me a big
it was. This is decades ago. There's a lot of PTSD that happened along.
Wait, Bill, is there a Checkers near us?
Most of them have closed near us. They're in Philly. There's still a couple in Philly. But
I'm not going that far.
And there's some up in New York. Honestly, when you go up to White Plains, there might be one near there.
I might have to hit that up.
Yeah, you might see one around there.
Some Checkers. Although if ODB's got a meat truck, I'm already saving
so forget
for that.
The former Jersey-known fast food movie, Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. It will be Alicia and Stefan go to Checkers.
Go to Checkers. He'd be down with that. As long as
you don't hit anybody in the parking lot, you did better than J-Pop.
Yeah. Just watch.
We won't be going through the drive-thru, so we won't be in a hurry to exit the premises.
Just be careful with your speed going through the. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
My husband does not eat in the car.
Big no. Window. Main event time. Number one contendership for the tag team. The World Tag Team Championships of the world. As Christopher Daniels always loved to say. The Rascalz versus OVE.
I wrote down OI4K. Isn't that hilarious?
Oh, old school.
Close.
That's what they were known for before they had to. They had to pick a more TV suitable name, which is where OVE, Ohio.
I think my only OVE shirt is very not appropriate.
I have a couple of them.
Because I got one on like the Indies. I think it was at a ZZW show. And it's the Starbucks logo.
Yeah. I've got a stack. Because for a time, those guys were running the Indies over here on the East Coast.
Running the territory over here.
Yeah. So I have a decent stack of shirts from them.
I had Starbucks today.
I like Starbucks. Venti, ice, soy, white mocha, no whip.
I cannot claim to like any of these because I'm not a big coffee drinker.
Well, they got other stuff. They got like tea refreshers and like fruit drinks and stuff like that.
I drink Diet Icy Tea.
They got.
And Diet Icy Tea would like to sponsor Bill. They may.
I love that it's a handle of Diet Icy Tea.
It's a handle.
It's a half handle, but it's a handle.
It's a half handle. Sometimes I have the full handle.
It's not a glass.
Stefan made his own iced tea tonight. He's on a roll between making homemade lemonade and homemade iced tea. Like he's killing it.
I had lemonade last night because I was at a different ball. I went to the Reading Phillies yesterday. Minor league baseball.
There you go.
And I got the buffet out there.
What? Wait. The baseball place has a buffet?
Oh, yes, they do.
That's radical.
So, it's like a $21 add-on to whatever ticket you have.
Okay.
And then it's nonstop burgers, dogs, chicken, pulled pork, fixins.
What?
And then all the soda, but they had lemonade, so I went lemonade all night.
There you go. Can't beat that. Good, nice cold glass of lemonade at a ball game.
So I made sure no breakfast yesterday, no lunch.
Save room.
Buffet.
Save room for the baseball buffet.
Get buffet. Your money's worth.
And I went heavy on the meats.
Oh, man.
Everybody here knows I like the meats.
I like the meats.
Bill,
meats.
You get those meat sweats going on. Yeah, that'd be like me, big old armful of brats.
Yeah, no brats.
J-Bone just choking on brats.
Yeah.
Although good, the dogs were good out there. Burke's hot dogs because
You
Burke's
can't.
dogs.
Okay.
You can't beat a good brat.
Brats
I
are
like that. I would prefer a good kielbasa, all right?
a kielbasa. Kielbasa is good.
Kielbasa.
Italian sausage, hot or mild.
Oh, there you go.
Some chorizo. I don't know. We're just getting wild here.
Well, we do have the well, I'll always call it like County Stadium. Now it's American Family Field. It's like, what?
What happened to Miller Park?
It was Miller.
They didn't have the money. They didn't have the money to keep the name.
They should have. I don't know. This is Bruce City. Come on. It's like, no, it's American Family Field. Insurance? Really? Where you go?
Insurance. Okay. That means you're paying too much for your insurance if you're with them.
No shit.
That's how I look at it. If they have that amount of money to spend on that, you're spending too much.
Then you know you're going
look
with the
for
wrong
another
place.
Insurer.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah. But anyways.
So J-Bone, what'd you think of this main event?
I loved it. I'm torn here because I'm big on the Rascalz. I'm big on OVE, like the return of, it's a different version, but I like the fact that Callihan's with Rich Swann. It's refreshing.
And I'm happy to announce that I committed to the next Revolver show in Ohio.
I want to go to one so fucking bad.
Because it seems like Ohio's the closest they come to us out here.
It's Ohio and Illinois, right? That they jump between.
Yeah. So well, they go to Iowa a lot. So
Iowa, that's what it is.
Yeah.
One of the eyes.
So Dayton is about as close as they get. And they're doing a double bill on a Sunday in October. So
nice.
They're doing a Grand Prix with the ladies in the afternoon and then an evening with everybody. But also already the Rascalz, the Deaf Dolls, Sami, all advertised, Moxley. So they'll have all the names out there. So looking forward to that. So nice. I haven't been there since the show I went to after I went to AEW in Iowa, which was the Halloween themed show they did. So it's been a while. So glad to make it back out there and support our favorites from OVE.
No.
For sure.
Let me ask you something. When Mox does the Sami shows, does he do meet and greets or does he just come out for his match? And
now I didn't see any note, but I know when he first started doing them because the way Revolver sells tickets, like they sell whatever row, and then they usually sell a meet and greet package separately you can buy. And the way they did the meet and greet when I went was like you get a poster for the show and you can go around and get that signed by all the different people. Like that's included in that meet and greet price. But like I remember those first couple shows said Jon Moxley not included in meet and greet. Now this one didn't say it, so I don't know if that changed, but I'm not sure if he's either not doing it at all or if he's doing it separately or if he's part of it. I know early on because I always look, even if I'm not going to the show. I can't help but look at when shows go on sale just to see. But I will let you know after the show.
I'd be curious because if it comes anywhere around here and Moxley's still part of the
as far as I know, Moxley only wrestles for Pro Wrestling Revolver as an indies. Otherwise, it's strictly AEW.
Yeah. He was doing GW, but I think he had to cut that off. I think they were getting a little too
crazy,
extreme.
Yeah.
Well, TK's got to have some kind of pull in here too. He's He's got to take care of his wrestlers.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like Pro Wrestling Revolver would be the safer bet against GCW, but also Sami and Moxley are like best friends and go like way back from the beginning of their career. So,
yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's like Moxley probably specifically asked for that. Otherwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's got the.
That's all.
There.
Like it's the Ohio crew; they're all from Ohio, so it just makes sense that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He's helping his buddies promotion out.
Kudos to all those guys sticking together all these years later.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, one of these years I'm gonna get out there.
I
want to go to Dayton.
Dayton.
Oh yeah. Boy, now that Sami's healthy again, hopefully they could do some tag matches because I know that's what the fans really want.
Switchblade conspiracy or whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Switchblade conspiracy for life. Yeah. But yeah, Rascalz versus OVE. This was a lot of fun. Of course, there's some shenanigans, but man, the Rascalz are just hot right now.
They're cheater alien eaters. Sorry, I didn't know where to go with that. They cheated.
Pumpkin eaters?
I mean, I guess they could be, but because they're like, oh, too sick for this world, that kind of shit. Like, it's all aliens and outer space and stuff. You know what the kids are into these days.
Yeah. But yeah. So, Rascalz are the number one contenders. They'll be facing Subculture in Toronto at Emergence.
Welcome back, Subculture.
Well,
right. They're the tag. Oh, jeez. They're the tag champs.
So they'll be facing them a couple weeks from now.
Yes. Well, J-Bone will be here before you know it.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Right.
A week from the multiverse.
They got to get those visas figured out so that all of us can enjoy some Subculture.
They come out of Emergence as champions. And then the next following show is it's what's Victory Road? It'll be Victory Road, followed by the 1,000. So if they're champions and they're not at those shows, that will be a very bad look. So hopefully it's all. And if somehow they're not the champions, then I'm going to be very confused with this whole run. But we'll see.
Yeah.
At least it's getting some international play, but it's going to be something to stay tuned for how the tag title situation plays out. But good show. Absolutely. Good show tonight.
Yeah.
Heading into the multiverse.
Yeah. So the multiverse is this weekend on Sunday. Yep. Bill will be there. That's going to be in Philly. Somebody, probably Mayor, was also wondering if you're going to hit SmackDown's coming your way. I think they said on Friday.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. No. I don't know. That's somebody in the chat in the live reaction was wondering.
No, I'll be looking tomorrow if I can get cheap seats for and when I say cheap, I mean like about $100 for Mania for Philly next year. I will buy some Mania tickets tomorrow. But that's probably the next WWE show I'll go to.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hit up the WrestleCon shit.
And that's the thing. Oh, and I did see WrestleCon did announce, I believe they are going to be at the Sheraton in Philly. So I don't think they confirmed yet if they're definitely having the wrestling in the Sheraton, but that's going to be a big thing is where they're holding wrestling shows. If the convention's there, I would think they want the wrestling, but man, ballroom wrestling is never good. It's a horrible venue for wrestling. Any hotel ballroom. So it'll be interesting to see if they try to do that or if they try to run a proper venue separately.
Yeah.
but it would have to be nearby, and the options are not fantastic. So I have a feeling it's going to be there, and it just becomes more of a mess on logistics. So I'll be interested to see which shows, if they do have them. There's a possibility, obviously, Impact would run there because they've been, but that was pre that whole blow up at WrestleCon that they had. So I don't know if they're still going to run WrestleCon or not.
Oh, Gary here says SmackDown is in Toronto tomorrow. So that's what it was. So
I will not be in Toronto tomorrow. I'll be in Toronto the following week because I'm saying local.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So, well, nonetheless, safe travels, Bill. Have a great time at the Multiverse show.
Yes, and I will be seeing a bunch of Impact talent the day before. On Saturday is that Juniors show, also at the arena. Like Alex Shelley, Chris, I think Saban's there. I know Alex Shelley's there, Rich Swann's there, whole bunch of guys are there.
Nice.
Dope.
Nice.
So a lot of guys I have not seen wrestle before will be there. So that'll be a fun show.
That's exciting.
And I'm working all weekend. So my best guess for us covering it is going to be going over highlights this next Thursday. That's my guess.
Oh, okay.
So for those wanting an individual review, probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Are you working Sunday night, J-Bone?
I'm working, tomorrow, all weekend through Monday. Okay. Yeah. So just
adulting.
Yeah, sucks. What are you going to do?
Gotta pay them bills.
That's right. Get the skills
pay
to pay the bills. So, yeah. But nonetheless, it does look like a fun show. A lot of international talent. I'm sure I'll watch it at some point within the next week. So,
all right.
Hopefully
I see. Hopefully, I see if you're watching this live or if you're watching this later. Hopefully, somebody's out there at the Multiverse making their way. If not there, maybe Emergence the following week. So,
there you go.
Some good stuff to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. There's lots happening in the Impact Wrestling cards coming up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Locally and internationally. So go see it when it comes to your town.
There you go.
All right. We're going to jet out of here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight, or whether you're tuning in on the audio. Much love. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure on your way out, tip your waitress. No. Smash that like button. Smash that sub button. Ring that bell for notifications. Why? So that you know when our content hits your screen. We'll see you soon. Take care. Good night.